Hello, everybody, and welcome to your reading. This is a reading for those of you where somebody has left your life, okay? You had a significant connection, relationship with them, and you guys either broke up, they decided to walk away, they blocked you, they ghosted you, something has happened, okay? And a significant amount of time has passed 6 months, a year, 3 years, 5 years, maybe even 10 years for some of you. And you feel in your heart like, I can't get over this person. I really love them. We have this connection. I feel their energy around me. And you're watching all these readings on YouTube talking about twin flames or what are they thinking and feeling. And it's always that they're missing you and they're thinking about you and they're going to come back to you. But it's like it never happens. And so you feel very confused because you feel their energy. They're still very much in your heart. Every reading you watch seems to resonate 100% about your situation. So why isn't this person coming back? Or if you try to reach out to them, why are they not reciprocating? And so this reading is about that. This reading is for you. And I just want to put a trigger warning out there for some of you. If you're very, very sensitive and still in a lot of pain about this breakup, this separation, this reading might be a little too triggering for you. I don't know everything that's going to come through in it just yet, but I want to put that out there. And also I want to say that what does trigger us is what we need to face, heal, or grow. Okay, so just keep that in perspective as well. And this particular reading, Spirit has prompted me to kind of do a continuation of a reading I did on my Pick a Card channel. One of the choices that came through was kind of about, a relationship that was over and somebody still hanging on. And it was very powerful. And then now Spirit's like, let's continue that reading in a collective for everybody, because a lot of people really need to hear this and hear the truth. All right. So first and foremost, one thing that you need to understand and know about energy and manifestation is when something is all on your mind, all on your heart, this person, you're constantly thinking about them, you're constantly feeling them, everything in your reality that can align to that feeling that you have for them is going to show up. So you are going to hear those specific love songs. You are going to have dreams about them. You are going to see things that remind you of them. Okay. And you have to understand the readings, the general readings that you watch are most likely just a projection of your own wants and desires that are so heavy within your energy field, and it's coming through and manifesting through the readings, through all these things reminding you of this person, okay? Because that is the only way that that energy can align to you at this time. And that's something Spirit wants you to understand is, whether this person is missing you, loving you, thinking about you or not, with all of that energy inside of you, if that's not enough to call them back into your reality, then you're going to see all these things that remind you of them, and you're going to watch readings that are saying exactly what your heart is hoping for, okay? Because that's like our own projections. That's how manifestation works. Whatever it is that we are wanting, the universe is going to align us to that energy in the way that is possible. Okay. So, oh man, there's a lot to unpack here. Spirit kind of just put a lot on me. So like, that's the first thing that Spirit wants you to understand. And even me, for myself, like, I know this psychic, she is absolutely phenomenal and amazing. But at this point, just because of how strong my own energy is, whenever she gives me a read, and I just don't even get them anymore, she's literally always reading my mind. She's always reading what I'm projecting because it's so strong within me. And so I can't get readings from her anymore because it's always my own projection. And it's not that she lacks any skill. It's just when you have something in your energy field that's very, very, very heavily projecting any reader who is amazing is going to probably read that energy over what the reality actually is, because that energy is the predominant energy. It's the strongest energy. Okay. So Spirit wants you to understand that. And you can also test this theory out. I'll put a few links in the description box below of different affirmations you can listen to get a specific person to contact you, to think about you, etc., etc., etc. And I've actually used some of those before in the past, like way many years ago when I was first getting into subliminals, and they do work. But the thing that I found is 9 times out of 10, the person I was hoping to contact me never would, but all these other people that I wasn't really thinking about would just kind of show up. And so if you listen to these affirmations, and it's to get this person to reach out in the physical and actually contact you, and you do that diligently for 30 days, and this person is nowhere to be found, that is a telltale sign to you that regardless of if they miss you, they're thinking of you, whatever, their energy is not open to reconciling with you. All right. And I know there's always the hope of the future. Well, maybe in the future they might want to. That is absolutely true. They might want to. But the thing is, the reason why Spirit brought you to this reading is because you cannot put your life on hold for somebody else, for anybody else. Because when you do that, that is very self-sacrificing. That is self-sabotaging. That is lowering your worth and your value. And if somebody, you know, like for me personally, I was in a relationship for 11 years. I totally thought this was my forever always. I loved him. He was amazing in every single way. He's the only man that I'm positive I was absolutely in love with this life journey. And it took me about 5 years to totally get over that and come to the perspective to understand why we were no longer compatible and why we had to go our separate ways, even though I had this great intense connection and love for him. But every reader that I would talk to during my healing process would always tell me, oh, you know, that's your twin flame. This is just part of the journey, blah, blah, blah. And then he went on to have a baby and get married to this other girl. And, oh, that's his karmic and this and that. And I just kind of stopped it and thought, you know, just because I love this man and we have this great connection, he is married and he has created life. Maybe I'm the karmic. Like the reader was like, absolutely not. But in my heart, I just kind of thought that, like, it just, my own intuition was like, well, maybe it's me that's wrong because here he's created this whole family, right? So when I shifted gears on that, I totally healed and I let it go, and I never thought I'd get over that guy, but now I'm over it, so much so that we're actually great friends now. Okay. And so what Spirit wants you to understand is when you have a deep connection with somebody, deep love, they are a soulmate to you. And some soulmates are forever, always after, and some soulmates are just for a period of time in your life, okay? And some soulmates, you do have this crazy long love story that you share, and it doesn't end up working out in the end, and then you end up becoming good friends, okay? And so I know not everybody's ending is like that, but Spirit doesn't want you to put yourself on hold for anybody, because the truth is, if somebody really wants you and wants to be with you and can meet you on your level and give what it is that you're putting out there, they're going to come in. Think of yourself, this person. Is there, if they didn't walk away from you, told you they didn't want to talk to you, or blocked you or ghosted you, would you be talking to them right now? You absolutely would, because they are your person. They are where you want to be. You wouldn't hold yourself back from them, right? And I get it. There's always the details of, well, maybe somebody's scared, or there's this circumstance, that circumstance. And what Spirit's saying is the justifications, the excuses, the circumstances is keeping you hung up, is keeping you holding on to this person while they're living their life, while they're moving on. And here's the next thing. If this person is your twin flame or your ever after soulmate, Why do you have to sit here and be sad and lonely and miserable while they're out living their life, creating life maybe with other people, rebuilding their life with other people? Why do they get that, but you're supposed to sit here and be sad and suffer? There's an imbalance there, and Spirit wants to bring that to your attention. And now, okay, one more story and then we'll pull cards. Spirit is just coming through. Okay, so there was this lady, all right, and she was with this guy for like 3 years. She really loved him. They had a great connection from her perspective. And he just got to the point where he's like, you know what? I don't think that we're compatible for the long term, long haul. We should just break it off now. And he was very polite and honest about it. And he stayed friends with her. Okay, well, in her mind, that's where she belongs. That's her twin flame. So she was really pushing, like, let's get back together, to the point where he finally ended communication with her. All right. And so after a couple of years from them breaking up, he meets somebody else. And 5 years on, he is now getting married to this other person that he met. And she literally had to take the day off of work 5 years after they broke up because he was getting married to somebody else that day. Never mind the fact that he had been with this new person, for a few years now, and they've been broken up for 5 years. It just it was too much for her, and she had to take the day off. And then he went on to have babies with this girl, and he never looked back at her, not once. He never tried to contact her again, never tried to reach out to her again. And she did meet a man while all this was going on, who was all about her, who was a good catch, but she was so sure that this other person was the one, regardless of the fact that he was living his life, moving on. And it's just sad. It's sad to see somebody waste, 5 years of their life hoping somebody will come back, but then becoming so devastated that they didn't, but so entrenched in it that, okay, well, they're going to get divorced. It's just not going to work out. They're going to get divorced, I know. And then when the babies start coming, oh, they're just karmics. He's just got to have this family with her, and then I'm his forever after. I can't even talk to that person. Okay, I can't because they're so entrenched. And I'm not saying that you guys are in that deep, okay? But Spirit wanted me to share that story with you guys, because if somebody wants you, they're going to be with you. And yeah, somebody can miss you and all of that and think about you, and you pick up on that, you feel their energy. But unless they're willing to take action and move it forward, do you want to know that? Do you want to feel that? Because it keeps you hung up, waiting and waiting and waiting while they're out doing whatever. All right, so let's pull some cards. I'm sorry, I did not mean to go on a tangent, but Spirit was forcing me. I did not want to do this reading. I didn't, because I'm Spirit, this is such a touchy subject, But Spirit's or do you want to do a service, or are you just trying to make everybody pleased? Are you just trying to be a people pleaser? And I'm all right, Spirit, fine. All right, Spirit, let's get into this. Show us more of this message and through the cards. The communion of tender souls. Yeah, this is what you deserve. Right here, okay? Somebody who is as interested in meeting you in love, in romance as you are, okay? And the sad thing is, loving somebody isn't enough. It's not, okay? Because you can love somebody with your whole heart and soul, but you guys are just so incompatible in your worldviews, your beliefs, your patterns of behavior, things like that, okay? And so even though you have this great love for this person, it doesn't exactly mean that you guys are compatible for the long haul, because love isn't enough. If love was enough, then marriages wouldn't be breaking up at the rate that they are, okay? This is what you want to feel in your heart. Like I said, if you listen to those different subliminals, you're going to find that you're going to start meeting new people, and people you don't even think about are going to come back into your life, and they're going to meet you on that level that you're desiring, that you're trying to manifest with this specific person who is just not picking up on those vibes because they're not willing to meet you halfway. They're not willing to be committed. They're not willing to take on the responsibility, or maybe the connection just isn't as deep and strong in them as it is in you. Okay, there's 100 reasons why somebody can decide to stay away from somebody they've had a connection with. And Spirit's like, the longer you sit there and look back at this person, there are so many beautiful souls that are just passing you by, okay, that maybe have gone through exactly what you are experiencing right now, into your arms. Okay, this right here is, you wish so badly that, they would just embrace you, tell you that they love you, tell you that they miss you, tell you that they screwed up, tell you that you're the one. And you know what? For some of you, I feel this person does do that, but instead of just being gone forever, it's like they come in and out, in and out. And Spirit's saying the message is the same. Somebody who loves you, somebody who respects you, somebody who feels there is true compatibility with you isn't going to be able to play games with you, isn't going to be able to just walk away. Now, I get it. Sometimes we get a little spooked, right? Things get a little intense, a little overwhelming, and maybe somebody does kind of slip off for a few days or a week. But when somebody is gone for like a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year, no. And that's another thing about a breakup. What is the expiration date of somebody coming back in who wants to get back together after a breakup? I would say, a 6 months. And that's even kind of pushing it, because anything beyond 6 months, people have already started, living their life, creating new memories, new friends, new interests, things like that. So if it's been longer than 6 months, this person may care for you, but they don't see you as like the viable option for right now, for their life, for what they're wanting. Okay. And you deserve better than that. You absolutely do. And if you let this go, you will find that there are others who share the same vision as you do when it comes to love and romance. And you may find that your connection with them runs deeper than anything you ever had with this person that you're missing. I mean, I can't tell you how many different people over the years, just doing readings and whatnot, are in the same situation. Okay. And it's like, if I try to tell them opposite, all right, like I'm actually getting a reading of reality opposed to their projection, it does not go over well. Okay. That's why I gave a trigger warning before this video. It does not go over well, because when we allow our emotions to get the better of us, we create this fantasy, this fairy tale in our head of who that other person is and the life that we're going to have with them. And anything that does not fall in line with that narrative, we're going to dismiss, we're going to excuse away. All right. And I have personally been there. I have been there. Okay. I told you, I shared my story with all of that until finally that moment when Spirit just kind of like hit me on the head, and I was like, oh, I never considered it from this perspective. Dang, was I being selfish? Like it really humbled me. And I just keep getting this message like so strong from Spirit, is if they wanted to be in your life the way that you want them to be in your life, they would be here. That's how the human heart works. You can't stay away from what you truly love, what you truly desire, right? When the other person is arms wide open for you, why would you stay away from that if you felt that too? Ebbs and flows. Okay, so this is a message where some days you feel good about this, like, yeah, I need to let this go, I need to move on, life is good. And then other times you feel like you are right back to where you started from before. okay? And Spirit's like, you've just got to give this time. You really do. So let's dig into this person. Why is this not compatible for them? What are the hang-ups? What are the holdbacks? Okay, the temple of my body. So this person's very superficial. Revenge. They might see you as a bit of, well, we'll get back to that. And artificial heart. Okay, so this person is superficial. Artificial heart. They don't feel as deeply as you do or as you think they do. In fact, this is somebody who would lie about their emotions because they feel like that's the right thing to say or do at the time to get what they want. Okay, they're very superficial. And this, the revenge, you getting angry, you putting your foot down, you calling them out on any of their behavior, they don't look at it as, damn, I'm caught, damn, they're right. They look at it as you're being too snoopy, you're being too mean, you're being too vengeful, you're being too negative, you're being too emotional, you're being too much of something. So this person here, okay, and I wanted Spirit to bring in like traits of like primary traits in all of these people that you guys are missing and wanting back, like very strong traits that would be predominant in all of them. And this is what has come out, okay? So they could all apply or one of them could apply. But with that artificial heart, this is, I just don't think it runs as deep for them as you think it does. I feel like you are more on the empath spectrum. They're more on the narcissist spectrum. Okay, so let's pull some messages and see, because this is another thing that confuses you, is when they are in those moments, missing you, feeling you, thinking about you, okay? You do pick up on that energy. Okay, so people around them miss you. You feel that, like maybe friends of theirs, family members, there is people around them that do miss you. So you are picking up on that energy, okay? Your shine makes me feel threatened. This is an ego message from them. They know that you're too good for them. They know that you are offering and bringing more, and you trying to call them out on any level. They're very defensive, okay? Because they know that they're wrong, but they don't care. Because it's like, I'm going to get away with what I can get away with. I hope we can mend the past. I really want you in my life again. Okay, so this person does have moments where they think about you and they contemplate, you know, reaching out to you and you being in their life. They definitely feel something for you. So you do pick up on this energy, all right? So when you're really feeling that, instead of making yourself crazy, that's when you need to intentionally block out their energy and send it back to them. Because if this person truly wants to speak to you, once you cut off that spiritual astral connection, that will get them to reach out in the physical, okay? But there are moments that you do feel their energy of them thinking about you and missing you. Our connection is etched into my soul. I just can't seem to forget you. All right, so the significance here is soul. All right, you guys are a soulmate, which means through this relationship, you are teaching them a lot. They are teaching you a lot. You guys, and I don't want to call this karmic energy. I don't. To me, this is through this person's manipulation, rejection of you. It's activating something within for you to find your own worth and value and boundaries and voice and personal empowerment. And your love and your connection and the way that you just received them, that's activating that artificial heart for them, okay? They don't know about love. They don't know the vibrations of that. And their relationship with you has been a lesson in that, just as what the stuff they've done to you and what they've brought you, a lesson. And as painful as your lesson is, remember, if they have an artificial heart, them coming into these love energies is just as painful for them, just in a different way. Okay, I feel there is a constant power struggle between us. Yeah, because you won't comply. Because you aren't interested in being their doormat forever. Because you have a mind and you have wants and needs and desires. Because you're a person, and to be with you is a responsibility. Okay, and it's like they want all the good, all the play, but none of the responsibility. And you trying to ever go there, like they attack you for it. I think about you often, and I hope you feel my thoughts. Ooh, this person. You see that? They know you are more on the empathic side of the spectrum. They know that about you. And so they know when they're thinking about you and they're feeling you, you're going to pick up on that. And that's going to keep you right there. This is manipulative. This is mean. Okay. And if they didn't have this artificial heart and this life journey wasn't a big lesson for them to learn how to actually love, they wouldn't play games. Okay. Like this person knows your love, knows your heart, knows your soul, and knows how to manipulate it. And they know that if they send you enough telepathic thoughts, that it's going to keep you thinking about them. It's going to keep you moving on from them. But here's the next thing that you need to consider. Why the hell are they doing that if they're not willing to come in, step up, and put the responsibility in and do what it takes, okay? This is why you're getting the readings that you're getting, because they are manipulative, they're playing games with you, and now Spirit's like, listen, you don't deserve this. If they wanted to be with you, they would be with you. It's time to cut your energy off, shut them out. Make them truly experience life without you. And I guarantee you, once you pluck that thorn out of your side, you might find you don't want a thing to do with them anymore. Okay? Or you may come to the same place that I did with my person, where you guys realize, okay, yeah, we're just meant to be friends. We're just meant to be friends. We're great at that. Anything else is too intense, is too much. All right, let's pull some more messages. Okay, enlightenment. The personal life deeply lived always expands into truths beyond itself. So even though this person plays games and is manipulative, okay, there is something to be gained and learned for you from this experience, and vice versa, okay? Spirit just doesn't want you to lose yourself. Spirit doesn't want you to sit around and wait for this person, okay? Because your energy, your vibration right now, it doesn't match them and what they're trying to do and what they want. And you truly can wait for 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20. Like you can, it's your free will choice. But don't let all that life pass you by because of this person that just plays games because they know your heart. They know your soul. Study. To acquire knowledge, one must study. To acquire wisdom, one must observe. Yeah, just another message that this is a big learning experience for both of you, okay? And you have experienced and you have studied, and now it's time to take a step back from your emotions, from your desires, what you hope for in this, and just observe all the energy for what it truly is. Money is good for nothing unless you know the value of it by experience. This person's far more superficial than you realize, okay? What matters to you, what's valuable to you, it's not the same in them. Their money, status, power, physical beauty, okay? That's who this person is. Healing. The wound is the place where the light enters you. Yes, let the light enter. Let yourself heal. I promise, like, I know some of you are just like so afraid to let this person go, okay, because you think this is your true love. I get it. But, what's meant for you is meant for you. And letting this person go is only going to bring you peace and relief and healing, which all must take place in order for you guys to ever reconcile, ever, if you guys do, okay? So what Spirit is telling you right now is what you would need to do anyways. It's time to heal. It's time to let this go. It's time to let this person go and cut them off spiritually so you're not haunted by them anymore. Anger. Silence the angry man with love. Silence the ill-natured man with kindness. Silence the miser with generosity. Silence the liar with truth. And that's you letting it all burn to the ground and allowing yourself to heal and rise up out of those ashes, because Spirit is like, you deserve more than this. This person plays games, okay? The depth of their emotion is questionable just because of how superficial and ego-based they are. And they know when they think about you that you're going to feel that and you're going to pick up on that. And that's just really not fair at all to you whatsoever. And this reminds me a lot of the reading I just did. I lie awake at night thinking of you, because this Justin Bieber song Ghost was just haunting me. And this feels very similar to that message. Is like, this person has no intention of making any sort of movement or action forward towards you. They don't want to have the responsibility of it, okay? Or they view some incompatibility between you guys. But they do like your attention. They do like your energy. It's like an ego stroke for them. And so you've got to ask yourself, do I want to be somebody's backup option, second choice, ego stroke, just there when they're bored, lonely, or drunk? Or do I want to be somebody's real deal? Because you can't love somebody into loving you. It doesn't work that way, okay? And when we feel a really strong connection with somebody, again, it doesn't always mean that that's forever after. It means that there is something that you need to get from this person. There is something to be gained from this person. And sometimes that's just a lesson, okay? And then sometimes that is a very long-term relationship. But either way, until enough time has passed, you don't know. Is this just, somebody that is helping to expand my consciousness and help shape me into a better version of me for that right one? Or is this the one? Are we going to work through this? You don't know that initially, but Spirit's saying, like, surrender, cut this person off spiritually. Okay. And there's a lot of subliminals to heal, to release the past, to let somebody go. Okay. And what I kind of fear for you guys is you think that as soon as I let them go, that's when they come back in. And you know what? That might be the case, but you're not going to want them anymore. And sometimes letting go is accepting that they're going to be gone. How do I even say this right? It's like you're so used to wanting them, okay, that it's hard for you to not allow yourself to want them anymore, if that makes sense. I hope I said that. Like, how do I... Like, if you let this go, you're truly going to let this go. And you saw so much potential and you felt so much love and connection and all these things. And you just know if you make the steps forward to let this go, you're really, truly going to let this go. And that kind of scares you, because what if I never find something like this again? What if I never love again? Or I'm too scared to open up and start over and all of that. Spirit's like, let all that go. When the right one shows up that wants to love you back and is ready to meet you on that level, you're gonna jump in, okay? It's just, this person is superficial. They're teaching you something and you deserve more. And they know how to play with you, especially spiritually, okay? Which tells me this is like a master manipulator type of energy in this person. All right, so I think that is complete. I hope that this has helped, and I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.